I suppose you're here for some camera and lens reviews, so carry on.
Welcome back, Sony users. This is another review using another adapted lens. Check this out. So if you haven't seen my other videos, I've been reviewing a couple of adapted lenses that I like to use, and I've been using them on my A7RII, my A6500, and the A7II. And I'm making these reviews because sometimes you don't find information you're looking for, or you need that extra assurance that lenses are going to work the way you expect them to. So without further ado, here is the lens that we're reviewing today, the Canon 135mm L lens. So this is one of my favorite lenses to use on my Sony cameras. As you probably already know, Sony doesn't have that many 135mm options. The only one we have right now is the baddest, and that's a pretty expensive lens. The image quality on this lens is excellent. It's one of the best and sharpest lenses I've ever used, and using it on my Sony cameras has been a really nice experience, very reliable, and like I said, super sharp. I can zoom in all the way in and still have something really crisp. So the cool thing about this lens is that it's a prime lens, so the quality and the optics are going to be high level. It's an f2 lens, which is going to let in a lot of light if you're doing portraiture, if you're doing weddings. I'm going to tell you straight off right now, this will work excellent for any portraits or any weddings that you have to do. If you have this lens already, or you've thought about getting a 135mm for your Sony camera, this is one of the best options you have. Right now we only have, like I said, the baddest, and now Sigma's bringing out their version in the E-mount, which is a 1.8. But of course, if you've seen that lens, it's way bigger, bulkier than this lens right here. This is so light. I was actually impressed the first time I used it of how light it is. Even with the adapter. Right now I have it with the MC11. Alright, so I'll just do a quick test and show you the sample images, but you should just know this lens focuses really fast. And if you're using it on the A7R II, the focus is going to be even better because you'll have more phase detection points. All right, so I'll show you, we're focusing on the CD cover right there, and then on the book in the back. For 135mm, this isn't bad at all. So now I'm gonna move over to something on the side, and you can see it works really quick. So you can rent this lens or purchase it, or if you already have it, you could just put it on your Sony camera, and you'll notice that the 135mm is one of the fast focusing lenses that you can use on your Sony camera. And it's gonna provide one of the best optics, a design that hasn't really changed much because it's so good. So overall, this lens works really well. I highly recommend it. Try it out yourself. This is a really reliable lens. The sharpness you're gonna get out of this is just amazing. It even has a focus limiter switch on the side, which comes in handy. So I hope you liked it. I'm excited to show you all the other lenses I use. Primarily, I'm gonna be bringing out the 50mm 1.2, which is one of my absolute favorite lenses. If this one I said is my favorite, this one's #1 for me. So I'm excited to show you all about this one. And then finally up ahead, just so you know what to expect, I'm gonna be showing you the 70-200 Tamron. I've been holding out on getting the more expensive G Master lenses because, as you know, the budget, when you're being budget friendly, these are very large expenses that you make, and usually you get lenses one at a time and you build on what you have. So I wanted to go ahead and try the 70-200 2.8, and this is the G1, not the G2. And overall, I'm pretty impressed, and I'll show you that on another video coming soon. Keep shooting.